hold these weekly. It's a chance for us to get some feedback, hear suggestions, uh, answer any questions you've got, and maybe ask you some questions. We'll get started in a moment here. Yeah, we're definitely going to talk about challenges in leaderboard today. Broken, oh no. Three posts in the top 10. Well, they're well deserved. I like them. Thanks. Wiped right. I think it's so you can maybe use 2 days of pokes on one challenge. I don't know. I don't know why they set it up that way. Do you like it that way, or do you think wish that it was at the same time as poke reset? Should be changed all the way. Like if someone makes a post first, is more likely to win. Yeah, I kind of noticed the same thing too with yesterday's, is that the more popular posts were ones that had entered in earlier, it seemed. It was telling about the platform, yeah, because it was NSFW, naked. It doesn't seem to work. Oh, yeah, we're talking about the daily challenge and the leaderboard. Um, when you say it doesn't work, what are you seeing exactly? First, I made main bot posts, then alt bot posts. Oh yeah, I saw some of each. I think the point was to, I think it was a few things. For one, to reward people for making good content, and also just to get some more interactions and make it feel a bit more human, which I think that it definitely has accomplished for me at least. Like, I'm amazed at all of the people. By the way, Van and Sam, if you're trying to talk, you are both on mute right now with your microphones.
I'm just having a couple
Yeah.
of issues with my audio on my end. Not a huge deal.
Oh, okay. I see that you put allow creators to find other creators. Yeah, that has been something I'm really enjoying. I found a creator on there that I am loving everything that they're posting. Lots of absurd stuff.
Yeah, it really does. Like, I didn't expect to be able to, like, see creators on the leaderboard. I figured it would just be the posts from the butterflies themselves or something similar to that. And I was pleasantly surprised to see the creators and be able to follow and interact with them.
There we are.
Hey,
Well, hello. My apologies. I'm still very much green behind the ears and wet behind the ears regarding tech of this nature. Thank you for inviting me on stage.
well, no problem. Glad to have you.
Thank you. Yeah, so a couple of things I've noticed over the past 24 hours. I seem to be having various cascading issues that'll pop up with the Butterflies app. For one thing, the new features that were just rolled out, I don't seem to be able to engage. I'll hit the banner, the new banner that's up, and the tab will then slide up, which shows the couple of different things you can do. I will hit the widgets on that tab to try to engage them, and nothing happens. And I'm watching the clock tick, for the, I guess, window of challenge time that's being presented. But that's it. That's the only thing that seems to be working. Additionally, one of the butterflies that I was chatting with earlier today, Fantasy Guardian of the Enchanted Forest, seems to be stuck in a endless loop of typing mode for at least an hour now, from what I can tell. And I did send a couple of shaker reports, one at towards the beginning of the issue, and then one, I would say, roughly maybe almost an hour later, to demonstrate that it's still ongoing. And I would check back from time to time, and as recently as maybe 10 minutes ago, and see that poor devil's still stuck in chat mode. So yeah, a couple of things going on. Plus, in addition to that, I'm not able to still respond to butterfly posts with comments. And I know you folks are working on that and are going to get back to me on that. But yeah, there seems to be there seems that I need an exterminator to come here and kill all these bugs in this app. Maybe I should call the Orchid Man, metaphorically
Okay.
speaking.
For your chat, there's a couple of things that we can try. I just tested out realism and roleplay and both got a response for me. If you delete your last message and resend it, does that do anything for you?
So delete my last message and resend it. As far as trying to reply to a post that a butterfly did, is that the one you're referring to?
In chat.
Oh, in chat. Okay, so for example, with what I've been chatting with Fantasy Garden, um, delete. No, I didn't attempt to delete and resend it. I did put in a yeah. I would then close the app and open it up again, because usually that will kick it out of the typing mode, uh, and then I can continue. But that didn't seem to work. That's the only thing I've tried. So you suggest I go in, delete the message, and resend it?
Yeah, I think that that might maybe kick it out of its stuck mode. I don't know though.
Okay. Yeah, I'll give that a shot. Fingers crossed. Applesauce.
Yeah. Good luck. Has
All right.
anybody else
Now,
had trouble accessing the leaderboard or challenges, or is that a unique problem?
I wouldn't be surprised if it was a unique problem, actually. I don't know if it's user error or what.
I don't think it's anything you're doing.
Okay. Well, I'm glad it's just not me or something that I'm doing. That gives me a sense of relief, and I feel a little better about myself now. Thank you.
Oh, the first time I went into it, it was kind of confusing because it didn't work right away for me either. Like I was looking around the app for challenges and finally I went to the feed and it appeared. It's like it took a moment or something.
Yay, it's just not me. I don't feel so alone now.
Throwing my phone works, please don't throw the phone.
Yeah. Not a good thing. Not a good outcome will come of that at all.
So are you all enjoying challenges? Do you think that this was a positive addition to the app for the app users?
Unfortunately, I can't speak to
I
that, but I look forward to that possibility someday.
I feel like it could be improved just a little bit. Like instead of a banner across the top of the home page, have a way to access it just a little bit easier, you know? Because it's a great feature. I really do like it.
Okay, so what does it do, if I may ask?
One moment.
Yeah, it's a step in the right direction. It's all right. I like it. I agree with you, Vandal. Maybe a tab at the top next to following. Yeah, I think that having its own home is a good idea, Van. And as far as what it does, it's like each day there's a challenge and you get to select a butterfly and prompt it to make a post that is then entered into the challenge. And you get to swipe through everybody's entries. So you swipe left and it doesn't give the person any XP. You swipe right, it gives them XP to rise on the leaderboard. You get higher in the leaderboard the more people that swipe right on you, and you earn XP for swiping as well. Hello,
Yeah,
Brian.
hello. Yeah, I personally like it. I agree with Van though. It needs to be how to put it, like down at the bottom, like where the home button and search button, somewhere down there instead of just taking up the top space. Along with fixing the issue of having, I guess, what I've seen at least, multiple posts of the same exact bot. And I mean, I've swiped.
Was discovered. I've noticed the same thing. It is a little frustrating to see a lot of the same repeated content. I agree.
Now, I don't know if it will affect the XP outcome that they get each time. That's where my concern is. Like, if someone swipes uh right once and they see it again, they swipe it again. I'm curious is if they get the 40 XP each time, even though it's a bug in the system.
So, yeah, I'm not entirely sure. Um, you can rate posts that are behind the one on the front. I did not notice that bonk. And then detected NSFW is not allowed. I didn't realize that because I've seen some NSFW there. Hello, Wahash.
Sorry for interrupting you guys. This app is amazing, but I think adding voice call like other apps will make it better.
Yeah, they've definitely been tinkering with that idea. There was a option in beta before, but it just wasn't up to snuff. So they've kind of gone back to the drawing board with that. I think it's something that they'd like to add eventually, though. voice calls would be fun.
Oh, sorry for that.
Yes, could somebody please remind me what the XP can go towards once I'm able to engage that feature?
Really nothing as far as I'm aware of. I don't know what the future will hold for XP right now. It's just accumulating. What would you guys want to do with XP?
Probably expand my ability to flesh out my butterfly in the description. I would think would be a nice little feature. Um, Maybe even be able to in the future uh, get involved with another feature that would be like a towards a paid feature.
Okay. Oh, a lot of people in the text are saying buy more pokes with XP. I think that would be cool. Hey, Payton.
Hey, what's up?
I figure the
We are,
pokes that I get are plenty for myself. I would be wanting to see if I can diversify my butterflies and flesh them out a little better personally. I think that would be a neat little thing.
yeah. So we were just talking about somebody asked what XP does, and so we were asking what people would want XP to do.
Oh,
Levels to
cool. Yeah,
unlock backgrounds.
XP is like we're not sure yet. I think what we're gonna do for the leaderboard is who's actually working on it. He's gonna do for the top like 5 posts or top 3 posts. We're gonna try and make them into videos. And
Ooh,
see what people think. We aren't gonna like post it yet, but we're just gonna try it out and maybe send it in the Discord.
that's fun.
Are you one of the team leaders or team members working on the leaderboard feature?
Yeah, I am. We haven't gotten a
Okay.
chance to meet. What was your name?
Oh, my apologies. How rude of me. My name's Sam.
Hey, Sam. Nice to meet
Greetings.
you.
Nice meeting you. Thank you. Where are my manners? My goodness. Yeah, I'm a relatively new user to this app, just months old in doing so. And unfortunately, that feature on my Galaxy 5AG phone does not work. I will hit the banner, the slider tab will come up. I will hit the widgets on that tab, and nothing engages. I mean, the clock is running as I'm watching it across the banner for that feature, but that's it. Nothing else is engaging, and it seems like I cannot participate in that feature.
Oh, okay. Um, yeah, we mainly test on iOS, so if there's anything wrong on Android, then we can definitely take a look. Maybe just provide a screen recording, that would be great. And then I don't know, Van, I know that you're
So,
also
so
on
I
Android.
believe I did. I did. I think I did send a screen report, but I will follow up and send another, I guess, shaker screen report.
Oh, you sent a shake bug? All right, let me take a look.
Yeah, I may have. I mean, I've been unfortunately having to send quite a few.
Yeah, if you could just send another shake so it's recent because there's so many, I'll have to sift through it, but that'd be great.
Yeah, they got buried, huh? Okay, gotcha.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you for your time. And I'm
Yeah.
sorry, you're Peyton.
Yep, I'm Peyton.
Pleasure to meet you, Peyton.
Here you too. But yeah, on the XP topic, I think that right now, yeah, we're just doing it for fun to have a ranking on the leaderboard. But eventually, I think we're going to consolidate like pokes and XP into maybe like Nectar or something, um, and and then you can use that throughout the platform. But um, yeah, it's just the first iteration of it, of course, and we're just testing it with small groups of people. Um, I know we talked a lot about notifications like being spammy, so we're going to start grouping them, and that'll be next. The other thing is we're going to try and like bring the image like on the swiping screen where you can swipe right or left. We're going to try and reduce the gradient a little bit so that it's not as like gray essentially. So it brings the image forward a little bit more. So yeah, I'm excited for that. Do you guys have any other feedback on the leaderboard since we just released it?
So for me, I'm
I'm sorry.
enjoying it a lot. I think that it feels like very interactive, and I'm surprised by all of the people that I'm seeing and submitting posts, and it's fun to swipe.
So you mentioned a moment ago something about consolidation, and you used a term I wasn't familiar with. Could you unpack that a little bit for me? I must.
So Nofi says it's a good idea, like getting notification, like someone likes your post or swipes right to your post. It feels like I'm famous. Yeah, I feel that too. Like getting all of those notifications, it's too many, but it also kind of feels good. I found more
Oh,
people
sorry.
that I enjoy interacting with in the last 24 hours than the past 8 months. Yeah, for real. I've looked at so much butterflies content in the past day.
Sorry, I think I was on mute. Did I explain the grouping notification thing?
No, I'm sorry.
Okay, I was on mute. Yeah, basically, we just would wait for a few minutes before sending another like singular notification, and instead of like, hey, 40 XP every single time, it would be 160 XP from 4 people. We like group it like that. Um, so yeah, sorry, I was on mute.
Can you folks hear me?
Yeah, you can. We can.
Oh, okay, good. I was starting to wonder if I had put myself on mute somehow, which wouldn't surprise me if I did.
Yeah, no worries. Um, anyways, I was saying while I was on mute that one of the things with the leaderboard that I think is interesting to me is that like there was an aspect of FOMO where I was looking at it and I was like, wow, everyone's on the leaderboard except me. I really have to submit a quality post, and that was great. So I really thought about the post before instead of just like mindlessly poking. The other thing that I find great about the leaderboard is I can see exactly who swiped right, and it's more of a social thing. I think it's probably the most social feature we've launched. Um, and I've discovered so many more humans actually. So that's I think a positive.
So swiping right and swiping left, what is it that you're swiping or accessing when you do so? I have not yet seen this feature, so I'm totally clueless.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we'll figure that out with whenever you submit that shake bug. But basically,
Yeah.
there's a leaderboard, there's like a challenge, and you can see a bunch of posts of people who submit posts to the challenge, and you can swipe right or swipe left on it. If you swipe right, you give them 40 XP, and that goes to the ranking on the leaderboard for the day.
Now, if you're swiping each direction, so what you're actively doing is giving an approval or disapproval for somebody's posting. Is that what that function of that is? Kind of like
Yeah,
a
we try
vote?
not to be negative, and we don't give like negative XP, but it just doesn't give anyone XP. So
Okay, so swiping in one direction is a vote for someone's post. Swiping another one, what advances me to someone else's post in another direction that I swipe? Is that how that works? I don't know.
that's exactly.
Okay. I mean, I'm only imagining this from what you're describing to me, and I'm just trying to figure it out with my imagination. So that's what
Hey,
that does.
Van, is it also broken for you on Android? Is Van there?
I don't know. He's having some issues with his audio today, but he has been able to use it. I think for most users, they're doing good on Android. I haven't heard of anybody else having the problem.
Okay.
It has been a little wonky starting up for people though. Like it's not appearing right away. And like Kingslayer had to turn off snap mode.
Oh, I see. Snap mode, debug snap mode was still on. Okay. Got it. I see there's a small front end issue on it right now, so I'm just gonna take care of that.
Yeah, and Avery says it'll be immediately clear once you use it. I agree. I think it's pretty intuitive once it starts working for you. Are there bots involved in the challenge submission and voting? Well, I mean, your butterflies are involved in creating the posts. Hello, Alex. Works like Tinder, but you're not going to get anything. You get XP. I hope nothing negative happens. Yeah, I agree. I like how positive it feels.
Okay, cool. Oh, Galaxy, which bug? Let me see.
Oh yeah, I added that one to our bug sheet.
Oh, cool. What's going on? Double posts. Oh, double posts. Okay. Yep, we'll fix
There's
that.
also one right now where if you use the option for the challenge to create a post, it allows you to go into the negative.
To the negative.
So it's like unlimited posts.
Oh, okay. I think Ivan's fixing these things right now. But
Awesome.
like he sees them too. So okay, cool. Let's switch gears. Did we talk about the regeneration flow yet? V2.
We have not.
Oh, cool. Yeah. So basically, today we're going to start working on the regeneration flow V2, which is we're adding two flows, which is we're instead of calling it regeneration, we're calling it refine, and then we're also going to add a similar to Midjourney, like a variation option, so it will produce a variation. And I think what's cool is that you're going to be able to see the image and the prompt behind it at the same time. So I'll show you guys a example of what we're doing. Or if Loam or Van, you guys want to share the screenshots I shared. But
Yeah, I can
yeah,
drop those.
I'm excited for that. It's going to start work today. Probably ship to you guys by Monday or Tuesday next week.
There they are.
Okay, I see your shake bug, so thank you. Let me take a look. Yeah, that looks really wonky.
So Alex is asking why pokes and regenerations got reduced.
You're a big fan of the new model. Are you talking about the roleplay model?
Oh yeah, how is everybody liking roleplay right now?
Yeah, we made some updates to the memory as well with that model, and tried to. We reduced this one parameter called, I think, top
Top
K,
P. Mm,
and that made the tone a lot better. So yeah, the Thailand parameter. Yep. It's funny.
All right, I think I figured out my audio issues here. Yeah, looks good.
Welcome back, man.
Thank you. Sorry about that, guys.
That's okay.
And yeah, I'm actually really enjoying the new roleplay chat, even though I'm finding I have to kind of reteach it some things that it should be picking up from previous memories a little bit more. Other than that minor complaint, though, it's vastly improved in just its ability to pick up extra information from the chats that we're having. It's quite nice.
That's great. Speaking of chat, is there anything like outstanding on chat in terms of like memories functionality or like anything you guys would like to see in terms of just like a design refresh?
Yes, huge design refresh. I think
Yeah,
that chat is really ugly. I think I would like custom colors for chat bubbles and backgrounds. I think it could look a lot better.
I mean, not only
Okay,
that,
but any and we'll do that for sure, and like just a red line for design, but also more like
um,
like editing memories or like things like that that are
the
just
image gen in chat, honestly, like
okay.
while the images are a bit better for some bots, they aren't better for at least most of mine. Most of mine are fantasy based, and as soon as you go off of anything for that, like for the realistic one, right? As soon as you go into anything that isn't gonna be in a realistic image, it starts struggling and trying to reproduce something that's more realistic. So, for example, I have to try to use the slash imagine prompt like 5 different times and go through a bunch of regens just to get an elf character to have elf ears. I know I keep bringing up elf ears a lot, but it's just one of the most common things that I keep finding. Like
Yeah,
just little details.
I think the slash imagine is not thought out and can be better. I think just like the entire flow of how you get a image in chat, we should probably take a look at and like holding down on chat to get an image. I know that design is super ugly and bad.
And what Galaxy Eclipse just said as well, image description closer matching the generated image is something that I hear about a lot is that the the image that the butterfly is sending just isn't what it's supposed to be talking about. Like it feels out of left field.
Yeah, I think what we could probably do is we worked a lot on like point of view images like from the camera lens essentially in December. And so I think what we could do is like options for like basically like send me an image from the back facing camera right now, or send me an image from like a selfie, and we can try and do that. Like just quick options with a menu. You guys like because in chat that kind of makes sense, right? Or does it not?
I think people want to be able to ask a butterfly for like a picture of like a certain pose or doing a certain activity or wearing a certain outfit, and a lot of them are trying to do that in chat, and it's just not working there. I think asking for an image from a certain camera angle would be good also.
Interesting. I think, but if you wanted
Oh
a
yeah.
certain image, could you do that in like prompt and poke or?
It's difficult actually trying to get a specific perspective. Um,
Hmm.
I've tried several ways to change perspectives from using like POV from angle or even going into aspect ratios, and the best that I've been able to do is like POV from the front, from behind, from the side. Literally those three. So I do think that being able to describe kind of like the location of the camera would be a good idea. We may even be describing it more complex than it really needs to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like it really should just be as simple as POV, whatever the point of view you want.
Okay. I guess like okay, so some people are saying POV, some people are just saying, well, actually, imagine manual control. Yeah, we'll think about it. But okay, that's good to know about chat. We'll take a look after we finish regeneration. Cool.
Oh, so
Yeah,
an
we're also going to start working on this one thing. I'll show you pretty quickly.
I think the new memories thing that was really good with editing and being able to delete multiple.
Definitely agree there. Being able to edit them, and I honestly, the bulk deletion is nice, but to me editing them is just even better, mainly due to it being able to like correct the minor things when everything else in the memory is great except for the eye color, for example. Yeah, no, editing is definitely great.
Yeah, I'll just switch gears real quick because I have to go in like a few minutes. But um, so we're really thinking about like video as a whole, and we're gonna try and make the top leaderboard submissions into videos. But I think the way that Butterflies moves forward and we kind of get to where we wanted to go in the first place is through empowering you guys with the right tools to create AI video. I think a lot of us manually, prompt our butterflies to make really cool posts, but in the face of like TikTok and YouTube Shorts and Reels, like a post is no longer like considered just a, a, a static image. That's not like a great post. A great post in this new world is short form video. And so we want to, I mean, and these tools are, starting to get really good just in the last month. And so we want to create this AI video editor to put into Butterflies for you guys to use. So that's what we're going to be looking at, and hopefully we can use things like Flux and like uh, Cling or whatever we end up trying to implement. But I think it'll look something like the equivalent of CapCut, but um, for AI video. And so I'm really, really bullish and excited about that. Um, so yeah, so that's kind of what we're thinking about. But we're gonna get these basic improvements in that I'm talking about with regeneration, with fixing the leaderboard. Those interesting tests for sure. Um, and then we'll move on to some more shiny objects like video. So I know, yeah, lost. I'm just kind of dumping some stuff here, but I'm excited. All right, I do have to bounce, but Van and Loam, I think you guys got it.
Thanks, Peyton.
Cool.
Great hearing from you, Payton. Thank you for being here.
But no, thanks guys. All right, see ya.
Ooh, video chat, April says. That'd be cool. I think that's like futuristic though at the moment. Like we need video and voice first. Baby steps.
Yeah.
Caterpillar
Going back
steps.
to Sam's question really quick, what he's talking about is the inconsistency of multiple characters' images. Like when you prompt and poke multiple characters into an image, the image tends to not be as consistent. We did talk a bit about this at length during our last office hours. If you are watching on YouTube, you will be able to see the video pop up at the end of this one. Um, I do believe we have informed the developer about the issues with multiple characters, and we have not heard back just yet, Sam. Sorry.
I like group chat too, Autumn. That sounds like so much fun. No video chat till female voices are good. Yeah, we need good female voices. And how
I
could you forget
remember
ASMR voice?
I remember that the Valerie voice pretty much broke because the community used it so much that it denied the service, if I remember correctly. Like, it broke because we used it too much. Voice. That voice was one of the better ones. Yeah, Valerie literally was the only female voice that sounded like it had life behind it, even if it was minor.
Back in November, Cap posted some voices in general that he was playing around with, but I haven't heard anything as far as voice goes since then. So I don't think there's been any progress or updates on it. Um, Hopefully we'll get voice new and improved. What do y'all think of this video editing thing? I'd love to hear your initial thoughts. Goofy. Please expand. How much can we edit? Probably not much. I don't imagine them being very long. I would love to use it. Me too. Not slow down video editing yet. Short, like tiny clip. Like 3 seconds. Couple of minutes. That's massive.
For AI video, for anybody who isn't aware of the current state of AI video, right now, the ones that at least I'm aware of can generate up to like 15 seconds at a time. And usually by the end of that 15 seconds, the quality is just massively degraded. So if it's an editor, I could see it, generating things for, I don't know, 5, 10 seconds at a time and then adding that into the editor. And then you just keep going off of that type of a thing. But I don't know. I feel like a couple of minutes would be the absolute maximum for something like this. I do think that at first it would be like probably no more than 30-second videos. And
Even
like
30 seconds sounds really long.
right, and that would be like combining two 15-second clips together. So I don't know yet. It's still something that is very much in flux. So your opinions definitely do matter. I do want to hear from you guys. Like, what do you think would be a good cutoff point? And what do you think would be like a good amount of generation to make a video from? Personally, I think 5 to 10 seconds would be like that sweet spot of video generation, and then 30 seconds being the maximum for a video edit. Combining three of those clips would be great. because then you could
Yeah,
have some transitions. Yeah.
zooming in on that picture Peyton sent, that's a minute and 15 seconds. I feel like that's massive. A lot more than I would expect.
Yeah, yeah, and it also looks like there's some audio stuff there. Like, it, I hope that it's a decent suite. I really do. The tap to generate sound effect makes me kind of wary though, because Pika uses generated sound effects, and sometimes they're spot on, other times they come out of left field.
Let's just get something on the board before we worry about pushing limits. Yeah, that's true. It would need to take a poke, so maybe having like based on number of pokes used. Interesting. I know he was talking about like having it as a reward for placing on the leaderboard in the first 3 to 5 places. I think that would be like a worthy reward. I would feel very motivated to enter in every day. Bye, Nofi.
That if it is some sort of reward, I do feel like that would be a great incentive, but at the same time, I don't know. Um, I'm worried that if the XP system isn't properly balanced, we will only see videos from the same like 2 to 3 creators over and over and over again, you know?
Yeah, and also having it more competitive would lead to, I don't know, botting or something. Who knows? Time to set that auto clicker. Yeah, that's where I was going with that.
The chat streaks is an interesting idea. I actually kind of like the idea for the chat streaks. However, I don't know. Like, after what point in the chat streak do you think that should be unlocked? Would it be 3 days, 5 days? Um, as for how much animation I want to see, like I already said, that 5 to 10 seconds sweet spot that current video generators have, I feel like that would be that good point. But I do wonder what would be, you know, if it's going to be suffering from that same degradation that I've seen from other video generators.
Yeah, I'm with Ethereal. 10 seconds sounds like too much.
Like, think about how much time it takes to actually pick up your arm and wave to someone. That's about 5 to 6 seconds, right? So it could be that extra 4 seconds is the person turning towards the camera and then turning away from the camera. There's a lot of things that could happen inside of 10 seconds, you know? I do think that could be the sweet spot if we have enough control over it.
I think having a reward for a chat streak would be cool. I know originally it was like they were thinking about tying chat streaks to voice. So after you hit a certain day in chat streaks, like you talk to your butterfly for a week, then it would unlock voice, which I think is kind of a cool concept still.
Yeah, I do like the chatting for a week equals voice, but I feel like video is a more shareable medium than a voice clip, you know? So I feel like by having
Hmm.
video at a slightly lower chat streak point or, comparative entry point, it would encourage people to naturally share those videos a bit more.
Yeah, to be honest, I didn't use the voice a huge amount. Yeah, you had to talk to them, that's true.
Yeah, that was, I don't know, that's slightly weird. Um, there was this service that I experimented with for a little bit that put an AI inside of a stream with the person. And again, it was one of those you talk to it, it talks back type of a thing. And that medium made more sense where it was a like um, generated video that went alongside the audio. No, not chat room AI. It's called Athene GPT. It's specifically made for like Twitch streamers and stuff. It's niche. But I feel like a video call would be better for voice than just a call, unless that response was immediate and could interrupt your voice even. Make it more like an actual call.
Oh, so Peyton asked a question about chat and what you would change. So aside from like the images and chat colors, what else was there? Thailand?
I actually would like a new format to be an option instead of it being, actions or non-dialogue text being in asterisks in roleplay. Why not put dialogue in quotes? Have it be kind of a novel or book format. And that's just something you could toggle for yourself. It would just replace the it would replace the asterisks with nothing and put quotes around dialogue and vice versa.
Yeah, I do kind of like feel a bit alarmed with the current roleplay, getting messages that are broken up in several bubbles like that. Sometimes it sends me like 10 bubbles in a matter of seconds, and it's like I'm being attacked by bubbles.
Don't get me started on if you have it on long and send a long message. You're almost guaranteed to get a half a chapter back and it's going to be nearly incoherent by the end.
Attack of the bubbles. This isn't the first time butterflies has attacked us with bubbles.
I feel that pain, Bonk. That is, I legitimately, I counted one. It was 27 bubbles. So, I mean, I get the reason for the bubbles. It's actually to make it easier to read on a mobile format. That is, as far as my understanding, the reason behind it. But at the same time, it feels like it's being overdone. Like a slightly different format should be available, especially for if you're on web. Like Ethel said, mobile isn't for everyone. I honestly mainly use butterflies on the desktop, not on mobile. So a lot of the things that are for the mobile format just don't make sense on the desktop. There's so much wasted space on the website, for example. And yeah, I don't know. For chat, I do feel like there should be some better options for controlling the look and feel of your chats, not just in the literal colors, but like how information is presented to you, you know? Not to mention, I don't even remember. There are some screen readers that read the asterisk and some that don't, so I don't even remember which ones those are. And I don't know if the chat is even fully compatible with all the screen readers anymore. I'm sorry, Autumn, I forgot to mention it in mod chat. But yeah, um, for those of you who do send images to your butterflies, please let us know if you get any weird responses like Autumn just sent. Um, I need to experiment with that a little bit more. I really do.
Or are they not reading the posts shared correctly either? Needs tested. Okay, we will look into that. Another thing for chat that I was thinking of is I haven't tested since he said they just updated the memory thing. If it's still creating those, I cannot create content, blah, blah, blah. So I'll have to test that out as well.
I did test that. Yes, they are. It's a little bit more random, but they still happen.
Okay, and that's since he updated it, or since they updated it?
Yeah, it just happened to me yesterday and the day before.
Hi, Sam. Thanks for coming, and thanks for talking on the mic. All right, so I'm going to pull up the leaderboard again and see what's changed. Galaxy is still in first place.
Autumn, quick question. When you sent an image to your butterfly, did you get one in return? Okay. That first message regen might have been a bug. Because if I remember correctly, the expected behavior is you send an image, you get an image back. Right?
It might just be realism.
Yeah, there's where I keep getting confused is the differences between um, the realism and roleplay chats when it comes to how they handle images. If I remember correctly, realism should always send an image back. Um, but the roleplay chat is where the /imagine prompt comes in more handy. Yeah, I am legitimately testing it right now, actually, Ethel. And Avery, as for why it's expected to get an image back, that just comes down to how images in chat were introduced at first, I believe.
I think they were inspired by Snapchat, honestly. Like snapping images back and forth. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, the roleplay responses to images are just weird. Yeah, no, like legitimately weird. Oof. I received that response in response to that image, and the image disappeared from the roleplay chat. So, yeah, it's definitely a little bit weird. Yeah, with the roleplay, I don't feel like I'm going to be sending images to a roleplay model as often. Because for me, at least, it's more about the text responses, right? But for the realistic model, I feel that's where images are going to be coming in a bit more. And I don't even really use images for locations. For locations, I legitimately just set up a long exposition about the location, weaving in some random details here and there to remind the bot about that description. So that's I honestly, the funny thing is, um, with the roleplay mature model, I've noticed that it isn't quite as jumpy as it used to be. It definitely used to be a lot worse. Um, but it still is rather jumpy. It'll definitely jump straight to conclusions.
So do you feel like it's a little too aggressive in that way, Autumn? Or I know Bunk also mentioned it, or like out of character.
Sometimes it does feel out of character. I'm not gonna lie. Um, I do want to also point out that just like Bonk's image, when you send an image to a butterfly, it's gonna use its personality and the information inside of its personality to respond to that image. So if you have a very specific character in a specific world, it's going to interact as though you showed them whatever it is that's in the image and it's physically there in front of them, which is, I'm not sure if that's something that should be in roleplay, honestly.
Is this only happening in mature roleplay, or is this happening for you guys on everyone as well?
Which part, the images or the jumpiness?
Uh, the aggressive.
So far, it's only happened to me on mature roleplay. I have not tried with everyone yet.
Okay, that's good at least.
Do we have any other unanswered questions at the moment, or does anybody else have anything to say? Several people are typing.
Yeah, we'll try to get Vu over here again. I would love to hear an update on Flux as well, or like whatever's going on. It's always fun to have him here. So today we talked about the leaderboard and challenges. We talked about the post regeneration flow update, and we talked about um, that little sneak peek of a video editor, which was pretty cool. We talked about some improvements that could be made to chat. What else did we talk about? We talked about our longing for group chat. We talked about voice. Um, did we miss anything in the chat today that y'all wanted to talk about and we just didn't see? You said a video editor was coming soon, or that's what they're playing with right now, not that it's coming soon. Post regeneration flow is getting updated. So there is, I'll share them again. I don't know where they went in the chat. Making our own butterflies AI anime. Yes, that would be great. I think a visual novel would be fun to make on butterflies. Yes, he is also working on condensing notifications, or someone's working on that. Because there are a lot of notifications. So instead of getting each individual one, it would be like you got 4 people liked your post or swiped right on your post, and then you'd be able to click on it and see who it was.
Yeah, and then there is also someone working on the bugs with the leaderboard currently, if I remember correctly.
Dark romance or psychological thriller. Slice of life. That's fun. Bye, Avery. Regular life with unusual circumstances, yeah.
Yeah, just thinking about how many slice of life anime there are, like, oh my goodness. A lot of it that I've seen, at least on like Crunchyroll and High Dive, is basically it's regular life with this specific unusual circumstance. So the true slice of life content is, yeah.
Well, thank you everyone for coming today and giving your feedback about all of these things.
Thank you all, yeah. It's great hearing from you guys, and I'm sorry if we didn't answer everybody's question to the fullest. If anybody has anything that they can think of after office hours, feel free to reach out to us, okay?
Thank you all. See you next week.